Where's Channing Tatum when you need him? So this is the 5th Step Up movie in this franchise. This one is terrible compared to the first film. Absolutely no relation to the first movie. Like, somebody tells me that Caesar's Palace may have had like a brand deal with this movie, because I think they said Caesar's Palace like 8,000 times in this movie. It was like, welcome to Caesar's Palace. Did you know? Where are we? Caesar's Palace. Did I forget to tell you that we're at Caesar's Palace? Look, where are we? Caesar's Palace. Like, we get it, you're in Vegas at Caesar's Palace. Like, friggin' relax. Spoiler alert, haven't seen 3 and 4. So the premise of this film is that Sean, the main character, he has a crew that's called the Mob, and they basically do a lot of dance auditions. They don't get a lot of jobs. They got like one Nike spot that paid 50 grand that they split among 12 people. I'm 90% sure that's not how commercials work. So they're at this one dance audition, and this guy comes out and he's like, I booked it, you suckers didn't, whatever, suck it. They're like, that guy's a jerk. So then they go to the bar and blow some steam. He's there. What do you know, a dance battle happens in the middle of a tiny bar. In the theater, I was like, really? This is like maybe 60 seconds into the movie. We're already doing this? Okay, cool, whatever. You could hear like people's grunting and people's breathing when they were dancing. Why? And I guess that makes it a little bit more realistic, but I'm definitely partial to the only music sound when dancing. I found that to be really distracting and kind of disgusting at times. If I was a patron in that bar, all right, I can't say that I would hate it, but still, like, isn't there a manager somewhere that's like, hey, what's up? You guys can't do that in the middle of my establishment. How does that make any sense? That's my favorite line that I say in every single one of these. So then they dance battle, and they decide that they get beat by the Grim Knights. They're like, oh man, that sucks. Sean is like, we just gotta work harder, we gotta work harder. And the Mob is like, no, we're sick of working harder and not getting any jobs, not getting any money, so we're gonna leave. Because that's how following your dreams work. You quit. So then Sean's like, whatever, I'm gonna stay in LA. And he goes to his friend Moose and he's like, hey, can I stay with you? Do you have a job? And Moose's grandparents own a dance studio, and they're like, you can sleep in the storage closet. Cute. So then he sees this like dance competition called The Vortex in Vegas. So then they're like, oh, he's like, yes, I wanna totally audition for the Vortex. I'm sitting here being like, oh, he's gonna call his old crew, the Mob. Nope, new crew. So him and Moose go and find a crew. They choreograph everything. They use Moose's job at this power plant to shoot this really cool video that is so incredibly not what a power plant looks like. But they do end up getting picked for it because there wouldn't be a movie if they didn't. And then they go to Vegas, and Elementrix is the name of Sean's new crew. LMN Trix, TRIX. And they see the Grim Knights and they're like, oh, rivalry. So then they make it to the next round. There's 4 teams. They decide, the cameras, they're too much. Because it's a reality show, I forgot to tell you that. It's a reality show too. And they're like, let's go somewhere we can rehearse and just be with each other. So they like go into the basement of Caesar's Palace, you're right. They decide to rehearse in the basement of Caesar's Palace. If you forgot, that's where they are. Sean is like so into getting the steps right that like he forgets about everything else. They go to the second round, which is for whatever reason in a boxing ring. Dancing and boxing just go hand in hand. And then, so then they, I can't remember. Anyway, I don't think we need to really worry about that. So I'm probably gonna cut half the shit out anyway. But 2 of the dancers go down to get ice in the lobby, and they find out that Alexa Brava, the whole like, whatever. She hosts the show, and it's like her show. She's a pop artist. She's like Lady Gaga. The leader of the Grim Knights are in cahoots. And they find out that the whole thing is rigged. What? Who knew? And so they're all pissed and like, man, we should just quit. This is dumb. We're quitting. Someone's like, no, like, let's go out there and show them what we got. Like, who knows? We'll get the attention of someone. And Sean's like, no, it's not enough. It's not enough. He's like such a dick. He's so annoying. And so then they decide, they're like, they're gonna rig the system. We're gonna rig it right back. So then they decide to combine forces, the Mob and Elementrix, And so the Grim Knights perform, they like hang off of chandeliers, it's all cool and fun and cool, whatever. Elementrix, the mob, and another crew, they all perform and it's awesome. It's actually really, really, really good dance battle. I guess the producer of the show calls Alexa Brava and is like, yeah, we want them because they're like awesome and really cool. And Alexa Brava's like, okay. So then they win the competition and they get the slot and the movie ends.